Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Wednesday episode. I'm Kevin Mendes.
I'm Courtney Menzies.
We're very excited about today's episode, and we thank you so much for making some company to Courtney and I if you're watching via Facebook, YouTube, or cable TV. Courtney, let's tell them what can they expect on today's show.
The Institute of Archaeology is having its 20th Archaeology Symposium, so they will be on our couch today to tell you more about that.
That's true. And the start of summer is here. I know you're thinking, how can I get my kids engaged? They were going to have a great conversation with an educator to let us know how can you engage your kids this summer. Great conversation. And of course, we have Baby Beef on the couch today, so it's going to be a great one. So, Courtney, let's go to the couch.
Let's do it. Let's shimmy, shimmy.
Sunup. Seek the answer that's worth looking for today.
And we're going to be talking about the hot shush that has been happening.
The world that we see may seem that will never change. They say, but if you tear down the wall that's blinding us all, you'll see the way today. A place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there at morning's light.
Muy buenos dias, beautiful Sunup on 7 family. Welcome to your Wednesday episode. It's June 24th. I want to say thank you so much for welcoming Courtney into your space, and thank you so much for engaging with us today. We're very excited about today's episode. We have great conversations, and before we get into all that greatness, let's bring you the weather, and that's courtesy of the Belize Med Service.
Good morning, Belize. A moderate to fresh and relatively moist easterly airflow prevails. The 24-hour forecast for Belize and her coastal waters calls for sunny skies today with cloudy intervals, and high temperatures today are expected to reach 88 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, to 93 inland, and 82 over the mountains. Tonight, the skies will be partly cloudy, becoming cloudy at times, with low temperatures of 82 along coastal areas, 74 inland, and 68 in the higher elevation. Shower activity will be generally isolated except for the south, where a few more can be expected at night and early morning. The wind will blow from the east at 10 to 20 knots and the sea state will be moderate. A high tide is occurring and this will follow by a low at 1:07 p.m. Another high will occur at 7:15 tonight and a low at 11:56 p.m. The sun rose at 5:19 and will set at 6:30. The moon comes up at 16 minutes past 2 this afternoon and set at 1:46 tomorrow morning. The outlook for Thursday and Thursday night is for partly cloudy skies, and showers and thunderstorms will be isolated during the day, then increasing over the south at night. In the sargassum forecast, there is a medium chance of more sargassum mats affecting coastal destinations during the next few days, producing moderate impacts. And in the tropical weather outlook, no tropical cyclone formation is expected near or over Belize and her coastal waters during the next 48 hours. And with that, we conclude your morning forecast that was prepared here at the National Meteorological Service.
That was our weather update, and of course our traffic cam, which is up and running. In case you were wondering the other day, which is good. You know, you can see the city
so
getting there.
People love that traffic cam.
They do. How do you feel about the traffic cam?
Well, you know, it's interesting in that it's something new, and you just get to look at what's happening in somewhere that you're not, I guess. But I mean, I can't stare at it for more than 2 minutes because then I get bored.
Yeah, I mean, they did say that the attention span these days is 20 seconds or less,
For
right?
sure, I'm cooked.
But you know, I realize that for a lot of folks that are in the diaspora, it's really good for them to see the Belize city. Get to see it as often. So definitely, it's
Just
a great
little
addition
glimpse is
to
good,
Sunup on 7. Yeah, but folks, thank you so much for welcoming Courtney and I to your space. Let us know if you're celebrating anything. We'd love to give you a shout out. Let's do a check-in with you also today. What is your energy level showing up on this Wednesday episode, 1 to 10, 10 being the highest? We would love to see for the folks on Facebook Live. How are we feeling today?
Right.
How are you feeling today? What's your energy level like, Courtney?
It's definitely feeling like the middle of the week, and I feel like it's been one of those more tougher, difficult, more work. So you're kind of tired already, and it's already midweek. But we still show up. We still do the thing.
That is true. So what is it, like a 7, an 8?
I would say 7, yeah.
Okay.
Also, I didn't sleep well, so yeah, it's a lot of things. But we do
We're
it.
super grateful that you're here with us, definitely. And it's going to be a treat going through the couch talk with you because
sure.
you finally had the opportunity to have an interview with
the
Prime Minister John
Minister.
Briceño
Yeah.
yesterday. So very interesting conversations that are waiting for us.
Right.
So doing a check-in, everybody's saying good morning. People are talking about the tree being too bushy at the roundabout, low visibility. I hear you. Yeah. Thank you so much for everyone tuning via Facebook Live. Also, if you're tuning via cable TV and YouTube, it's a pleasure being with you today.
Yeah.
Let's get started with Couch Talk, Courtney.
Right. So
Yeah.
what does PM
So
think
what does the
of-
PM think of the allegations against Mira?
Right. That was our first, like you said, first interview with the Prime Minister after all of these allegations came out. And, I appreciate the way everybody you ask kind of dances around it. Nobody comes out and says, that is wrong. But some people say definitely it's concerning. It doesn't look good, these things. And Prime Minister yesterday said that it did raise alarms. But he insisted that it was Minister Mira that asked for the leave. And then when we asked him if Mira is still politically viable, he's like, of course, yeah, for sure. And I just think that's, he has to say that. He can't say, no vote for him. You have to say that. But at least he said that, it raises an alarm. There is a concern and there will be an audit and these things.
Yeah, and he did mention that he has contacted the financial secretary to push for the auditing and investigation as regards to the transactions in which the Mira family is involved.
Yeah.
Right? Which is, two things that you've mentioned in terms of saying that Mr. Mira is still politically viable, like you mentioned. I feel like that's what, politically he would say, in terms of he's a stronghold within his cabinet, he says he's still viable for Belmopan. I don't think he's going to talk anything bad about, his colleague
Right.
at the moment. It's
but
not...
you have to wait and see, when elections come around, then we'll know if he's viable. But when you look at the other competition in Belmopan, are they viable? I mean, you know.
That's a great point, yeah.
I know that Khalid in Bilal is the caretaker, UDP caretaker, but we see Jal Saldivar still putting in his work. I mean, he was kind of pivotal in all of these allegations coming out against Minister Mira, in that he asked for people to send him stuff, and you know it all exploded from there. So, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see what the people have to say, because it looks bad, and you know we haven't even. We're in the smart stream, like we're seeing like all of these things, but we're not seeing all. And we're not seeing, we see like, okay, we see Jenny Mira's company, we see maybe Brian Mira, Stanley Mira, we're going to talk about that next. But there are other brothers. Oscar Mira has 10 siblings, if I'm not mistaken. Do all 10 have businesses where all 10 of them profiting from the Ministry of Defense? So there's so much more left to see. And then it's not even all the MP farms and Mount Pleasant and these things. We haven't even seen all the transactions. Like we still have at least like 5 more in this time period, like 500 plus more transactions that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
So how much deeper is this gonna go?
That is true. And we're looking at one ministry. So imagine, you know, when all like other information is getting shared about what happens in the other ministries, how would that look like? That's a very interesting take. What do you think about the response that he gave when he was asked to compare, you know, what happens within the Ministry of Finance and what happens within the Ministry of Defense, as in regards to, in the Ministry of Finance, they did follow like due protocol in terms of like all invoices were above $10,000 and they went through the proper process of like vetting and that kind of thing. But when it comes to the Ministry of Defense, things amounted to less than $10,000 in multiple invoices in that regard. What do you think about his response that he had to share about that?
Well, I know they all put it off on like, okay, there's a procurement committee, so they handle all of these things. I don't deal with the finances, whatever, fine. But I think he knows that they can't do that in the Ministry of Finance. That's the ministry that's responsible for scrutinizing it. But you could get away with it maybe in another ministry, but not the Ministry of Finance. And I see that he was surprised, and again, that's one of our topics, surprised at just how many transactions were below $10,000 at the Ministry of Defense. And, you know, of course, it's more difficult to do that for the Ministry of Finance, but I guess he didn't expect it to be so much. Right? So, and then Paul asked him a question, like, because, you know, B Farms provides produce. Paul asked him, like, what does your ministry need groceries for? And he's just like, you have to ask the cabinet secretary, like, those are the people who are responsible for those things. So maybe one day soon we get that interview, because he was saying, ask the cabinet secretary about a lot of things. So maybe we get an interview with the cabinet secretary soon, and we can ask him about these things. But everybody's putting it off on somebody else. It's a procurement committee, it's a FinSec, it's a cabinet sec. Like, you are at the helm. So if something goes wrong, I mean, it doesn't matter if somebody else will do it. You are the one who is supposed to watch it. Like, you're slipping up. You are your CEO. You're slipping up. You're falling asleep at the wheel. That's just what it is. You have to take some type of blame. Like, even if you're not involved, like, you know, damn, like, my ministry to do this, but, you know, my bad. I should have been more stricter with them. So, yeah.
Yeah. So in case you missed it, so Minister Oscar Mira is on leave of absence while there's an auditing process going on at the Ministry of Defense. So Minister Julius Espat is overseeing the
Home Affairs.
The Ministry of Home Affairs, and then
Henry Charles Usher has Enterprises.
So that's how it's divided now. And which is interesting that he said that Minister Mira was the one that chose to take absence, you know, to allow for a proper investigation to take place in this case.
We don't know if we're buying it, but that's what they say, because of the same excuse they had with Minister Mai, like, oh, Minister Mai, you know, he's on sick leave, he hurt his back, he asked to step away. If I was a minister, I would not ask to step away, like, because you get so much more benefits being a minister, like, I don't know, but that's what the story is, you know, he asked to step away, and he stepped away from the Home Affairs Ministry, even though the Ministry of Defense is the one that's being audited. So, you know, in that case, should we also audit the Home Affairs Ministry? And I know the NTUCB in their press release was saying that they should check the smart stream for like these sub 10K payments in all ministries. So essentially auditing all ministries. That's a PM said a lot of work. Like we're busy. We're too busy. But
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate that, it's a lot of work, but clearly it's because of the neglect that has taken place over the years, to do a proper, I guess, investigation and auditing for you not to accumulate to this amount that
Yeah.
you have to deal with now.
Right.
Yeah. But we were talking about, Minister Oscar Mira's very large family and how, they have, in one way or another, benefited from his
Ministry of Defense.
yeah, from
Property
his
Defense,
position of control or power as regards to the Ministry of Defense. And another name has popped out, and that is Mr. Stanley Mira, who is the owner of MP Farms and who provided goods and services to the Ministry of Defense between the July 2022 to August of 2024. And within that, 59 transactions were reviewed that are attached to MP Farms, and which amounted to $435,125. So almost close to $500,000 went to him in a period of 2 years.
Yeah. And then, so again, it begs the question, how many other siblings were profiting? How many other businesses were profiting? I mean, if you have 10 siblings, do you have to ensure that all of them come up? Or if you have whatever amount of siblings, do you have to make sure that everybody get like a piece of the pie? So, and then I know we're looking into another sibling that showed up in the smart stream. So we're looking into like a separate sibling. So it's, I mean, and then at some point they can't play in our face no more. At some point they have to say like, you know what? This is ridiculous. Is every business, how is everything we're procuring coming from a Mira family business? You cannot play in our faces anymore.
I agree.
How everybody to win the tenders, everybody to win the bids. It's literally impossible.
Yeah, you can clearly see where nepotism
Yeah.
is very, very present and active in our government administration.
Right.
Yeah. Courtney, let's now, so the did say that Minister Mira is still viable to run for Belmopan constituency, which is a very interesting take. But what has happened as a result of all this information getting shared? We see Minister Oscar Mira taking a leave of absence, but also Mr. Edward Broster, who is the UDP caretaker for Belize Rural Central, has filed a complaint at the Integrity Commission for various things. And let's go through that, Courtney. I have it here. So he's asking to conduct an investigation into the breaches pursuant to Section 37, to examine the sworn declarations of assets, income, and liabilities filed by Honorable Oscar Mira to determine if this business interests and advantages were properly disclosed, to exercise its powers under Section 40 and 41 to appoint a special investigator or authorize the investigation of relevant bank accounts and government records to determine the true nature of these transactions. And the last one is to submit a report of the findings to the Director of Public Prosecution pursuant Section 38 if the investigation discloses criminal conduct. It's the first time that we're seeing somebody like, at least from the United Democratic Party, that is filing a complaint against the Integrity Commission.
Against sitting minister at the Integrity
Right,
Commission.
thank you for that correction. But the question is,
What will come out of it?
what will come out of it? Yeah?
I think it's more symbolic. But when I asked Mr. Broster, he said that no, he has faith in the institutions that are set up to protect us, and he hopes that this institution does their job. But in all the years that we've been here, we have not seen many things or anything at all out of the Integrity Commission, anything that's substantial. We know that also the ministers are supposed to file their own audit reports, their financial reports, and hand it over to the Integrity Commission. And we see that most of them haven't done that.
Yeah.
Maybe when Julius Espat goes, he takes a little picture and says, I'm handing my report. And that's expected of Mr. Espat, but many of them are not filing, or if they're filing, they're being disingenuous a lot of times.
Yeah.
So I personally don't think anything will come out of it. You have to remember that these people are also appointed. It's an independent body, but just the type of person you have to be to say, I will go against the government. I don't care what they do to me. I will investigate this. And then you have to make sure that everybody on your team has the same mindset as you and the same convictions as you, which I don't know if that's possible. So
Yeah, because in the interview he did say he's doing this for the blue and for the red. He's like people are upset and they want answers and they want action taken based on all of the allegations that are being made against Minister Mira because the particulars that are leading for him to make this complaint is the conflict of interest and illicit benefits, where he says that it's alleged that Honorable Oscar Mira used his public function and official influence to secure illicit benefits for his family members and associated business interests. Specifically, hundreds of payments have been issued by government departments, predominantly the Ministry of Defense. He says that the act prohibits a person from holding a private interest in a contract connected with the public body in which he is employed. And then and there's also like the abuse of office or official influence. So all of these are the grounds in which he's making this complaint against the Integrity Commission.
Right.
So we're gonna stay tuned and see
We'll see.
what is gonna be the course of action that the Integrity Commission is gonna do, if they're gonna follow due course with his request, and if the investigation takes place, what's gonna be the outcome
Right.
of it.
Will they penalize a sitting minister or, he's coming back after 3 months and then he'll be a minister again. Will they penalize him? Will anything come out of it? I don't think so, but maybe they surprise us. You never know.
You never know.
Maybe we
gonna
will get
be
surprised and we
interesting.
make some history.
I don't know how that's gonna play out, but we'll see. Courtney, this has been a fast couch talk, I have to say. As
Right.
we're in our last topic. And our last topic is that yesterday, for both BTL and Smart, there were internet outages from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m.,
Yeah.
which 5 hours made us realize how dependent we are on the internet.
Yeah, especially here at Channel 7, we need the internet to work because, in our reporting, in our writing, we have to do some research and look up things quick and we email things to each other, but also in our streaming, which is a huge part because I think most people watch the news on streaming as opposed to TV. So without that, it's difficult and, people are, instantly you get texts like, where's the stream, where's the stream, where's the stream? But it's not our fault. And, but yeah, other people who have use it for entertainment, of course, they are I want to watch my World Cup. Where's my World Cup?
That is true. They were
Different
unable
things.
to do that because of the power outage. Also, people that are working from home or these
yeah.
businesses that run on internet,
Yeah.
also they were unable to conduct any kind of transactions, any kind of work-related activities for a 5-hour period. Yeah, we do know that it's back and it's running, as you can tell.
Yeah. But it was Smart and Digicel.
Smart and Digicel.
That's a weird thing that experiences outages. But I didn't see anything from Digi. No announcement oh, this is what's happening. Maybe they put it out and I never see. But I went to check on their social media and I didn't see anything that said this is what's happening or anything. I think Smart did put out a notice that internet is acting off and they're working on it or whatever. But yeah, like you said, we're very dependent. This society, we don't run without internet.
Not anymore.
The amount of things, that we need. And even if, like you said, our attention spans are 20 seconds, it's because we have to scroll all the time.
Right. So the internet has contributed to attention span.
For sure. I think it's a main contributor. You see people who can't sit down and just read a book or sometimes watch a 2-hour movie. They have to speed it up. Some people are watching movies on 2 times speed. And that's incredible to me because how can you truly appreciate a film if you're watching it at 2 times speed?
That does not right.
Yeah, so but it's the internet contributing to our attention spans lowering for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But this internet outage yesterday for 5 hours made us realize that we're dependent. I was at the gym at that time, so I was pretty cool,
Yeah,
not
so
needing the
that
internet.
never bother you.
Yeah, it never did bother me.
Yeah.
But for other persons, like you're saying,
Yeah.
for us here at Channel 7, it was very important.
Right, it's very disruptive.
It was a disruptive thing that took place yesterday. But yeah, so far it's up and running, so we're grateful for that. People are saying it probably was Starlink that was messing around with our system.
Yeah.
So it's go for Starlink. I don't know. It was part of their propaganda.
Maybe.
Yeah, but folks, like I said, it was a short couch talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have any last thoughts on what we discussed today?
Well, we're still digging into this smart stream thing. We still will have more stories. I think it's incredible that like every day you can make a new story out of it every day, and it's just keeping the pressure on, and hopefully it, other ministers who may be doing the same thing, other ministries see this and they're just like, let me back off a little bit, let me cool off or whatever. We would want to see the smart streams from other ministries, of course, but maybe this is some lesson that is being learned right now. Also, if you are offended by something on Facebook, just close the app. Like, obviously, this all came out of what the complaint that Mr. Mira made and the locking up Alberto August, and now look at where we are. So, your actions have consequences. If you see something on social media that offends you, just close the app. Like,
Yeah, but definitely, like, it's alarming, to see how deep this went, right?
Yeah.
Because as we talk about, there's the name of another sibling that has come up within the leak of the smart stream, and we're going to take a look into what that is like. So definitely, y'all have a good time, crunching numbers and figuring this out. But it's very interesting to take a note that this has been going on for years, and we have not had much conversations about it. That now they're saying, oh, we have too much work to be able to deal with now. But if you had been doing a proper auditing, you would have been able to pick up on these irregularities that were taking place. Especially let's look at the example of like one invoice amounting to more than $10,000, and in 48 hours, it was split in two to equal the amount of that invoice that was more than $10,000, right? It's like, and then like invoice numbers getting repeated and that kind of thing. It's just like, did you think it would not come to light?
right.
Yeah. But also, like, I feel like we have to give thanks to the person that shared the leaks.
Yeah, no, that's a brave soul. Big
That's a
up
brave
yourself.
soul, yeah. I'm sure it's more than bravery that's taking place in that area too,
Yeah,
So that's another thing that I am like, I wonder if you were getting compensated or
Right.
anything for it. But the
What's
point
the
is that
motivation here?
because of this domino effect of the cyberbullying accusation and all of these things has taken us to where we are.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if like other ministers are gonna scrutinize their work more or like back off or do whatever they can to
Or if somebody else in
start
another-
patching up what's
yeah.
taking place within their ministries. But it's gonna be something.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
again, we'll have more on the different, because we're again looking into the smart stream, so we'll have more information on that tonight in the news.
Yeah, so definitely you gotta tune into tonight's news news to see who's his next brother, who's his next sibling,
Next
and
weekend. And
what's
are there
the
any other particular interesting names on those smart stream screenshots aside from just the Mira family who are profiting and benefiting, exorbitantly? So, yeah, we're digging into it.
Yes. So, folks, with that, we come to the end of our couch talk. We want to say thank you so much for your contribution. As we wrap up our couch talk, we have a beautiful sunrise to share with you. So we're going
We
to
have a
cue that.
very special sunrise.
And this is courtesy of Dominique Norales. Thank
Yeah.
you, Dominique, for sending this all the way from Germany.
Yeah, I can't even pronounce.
Try it.
No.
Try it. Go for it.
The thing is, you have the accent there.
Hi. Yeah, I wanna hear your accent.
Zulbruki. I know that I butchered that.
Say with confidence. Say with your chest.
Zulbruki, Magdeburg, Deutschland.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
But it's basically the toll bridge in Magdeburg, Germany. So,
Thank you,
beautiful
Dominique, for
sunrise.
thinking about us
Yeah.
and sharing the sunrise. Enjoy summer. I think their summer days.
I was just saying that maybe this is the
No.
first time she's seeing the sun in months.
Could be for sure. But enjoy the summer for the folks watching in the European Union. Good morning and thank you so much for tuning in. But again, thank you so much for all your contributions for the folks watching via Facebook Live and these comments as your reactions as we talk about the different topics in our couch talk today. So we're gonna go into our first commercial break. When we're back, we have a great conversation with the Institute of Archaeology. Stay tuned.
In Belize, some things aren't explained, they're passed down. Not because they're tradition, but because they've proven they work. When you work hard for what you have, you learn to protect it. And when the time comes, you pass that responsibility forward. Every generation faces new beginnings, but the choices that matter most are built on trust. For decades, Belizean families have relied on one place to protect their homes, their vehicles, and the lives they're building. When trust is passed down, you know it's been earned. For Belizean families, that trust has a name. RFNG Insurance. It pays to get it right.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
Let's all be safe during the rainy season. Belize Electricity Limited reminds you that heavy rains can cause flooding in your neighborhood and on roads. Avoid driving or walking in flooded areas, which can have hidden dangers such as debris and fallen power lines. Belize Electricity Limited cares about your safety. Please stay safe.
These charter means aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Cherise Helsel, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indra Craft.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your Nation Station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
In Belize, some things aren't explained, they're passed down. Not because they're tradition, but because they've proven they work. When you work hard for what you have, you learn to protect it. And when the time comes, you pass that responsibility forward. Every generation faces new beginnings, but the choices that matter most are built on trust. For decades, Belizean families have relied on one place to protect their homes, their vehicles, and the lives they're building. When trust is passed down, you know it's been earned. For Belizean families, that trust has a name. RFNG Insurance. It pays to get it right.
Muy buenos dias, beautiful Sunup on 7 family. Welcome back to your Wednesday episode. Just before the commercial break, Courtney and I went through a great couch talk. Short and sweet, but definitely an invitation for you to stay tuned to tonight's newscast to know what's going to get unearthed as these smart stream leaks continue to come forward. We move on to our first guest conversation, and joining us on our couch, we have our friends from the Institute of Archaeology. We're going to be talking about the 20th Belize Archaeology Symposium, which is taking place from July 1st to the 3rd. And joining us on our couch, we have the director of the Institute of Archaeology, Dr. Melissa Badillo, joining us. Dr. Badillo, good morning.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to have you on Sun Up on 7.
We appreciate you having us on.
Thank you. We're very excited about this. This is the 20th Belize Archaeology Symposium they're going to be talking about today. Before I do that, let's do a check-in. How is your energy level today, 1 to 10, 10 being the highest?
Oh, it's about 8 right now.
About 8?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's been an early start to the day, but it's good. Exciting. We're excited heading into next week as well. So I think we're in full gear right now.
I love it. I love it.
Looking forward to it.
Yes. And next to you, Dr. Badillo, we have Romari Ku. You're an archaeologist at the Institute of Archaeology.
Yes.
Good morning,
Thank you.
Romari.
Good
How are
morning,
you doing?
Good morning. Good. It was a nice ride, and
nice
we're
ride.
getting ready for next week. So.
What gets you excited about the 20th Belize Archaeology Symposium, Romari?
Well, the symposium itself is a really nice experience. It's a research experience just so that we can sit down and talk about archaeology. I mean, I'm an archaeologist, so I love just listening about archaeology on its own. But it really exposes us to what's really happening in Belize in the world of archaeology. We have our heritage is just full of what archaeology and my archaeology specifically is, but there are so many aspects of archaeology here in Belize, so it's important that as Belizeans we know what's happening. And through the symposium is a really nice experience to get that one-on-one with research. So
I love that. Yes.
I was thinking to myself just now, like, what does archaeology look like in Belize?
Well, here in Belize, the Institute actually, we manage all aspects of archaeology here in Belize. And Belize is a country where we are flooded with all kind of history. So it's important that as Belizeans, it's our responsibility to know what is happening in our country. So through archaeology, we manage about 30 different projects that happen every year in Belize where excavations happen, research is occurring every year. And through the symposium, it is by mandate that researchers are able to showcase their research and share that with the public. So we have tour guides, students, the public audience joining in on the sessions and learning what is the new update in archaeology.
Yeah.
I love
and it's not only Maya archaeology, it goes back, some of the research that we have happening dates back to the Paleo-Indian period. So we have new research on that, updated information. We have paleontology, in the Chickabull area, presentations that will happen on underwater archaeology in the historic period, and Maya archaeology, of course, is one of the main topics because our landscape is just filled with the resources, the heritage that we appreciate the archaeology being done, the research, because it provides those nuances on ancient Maya civilization, and it gives us lessons that we can learn, we can take away, and maybe, impact our modern life and our society today. And being a part of the tourism industry, it's important to have that updated research and to provide that platform where tour guides especially and students can come in and learn and understand what is happening, what has been happening over the last 20 years in this case, and what the challenges are, and maybe even looking towards the future, how we can change things, how we can make it better, and how we can tweak it for our society today.
I love that. That, there's always going to be an update.
Of course.
Because that's what archaeology does, right? We think we know it all, but then something comes up. Maybe it could be like a little thing that you never thought it would create such dramatic change, but it then comes with an update, which is truly, truly fascinating.
For sure.
Dr. Badillo, as we talk about the 20th Belize Archaeology Symposium, what do you feel like it's the outcome that you would like your attendees to have about this event?
Well, it's really appreciating that Belize is, while we're kind of on the fringes of the Mesoamerican region, our archaeology and our research, the scholarship is at the forefront of Maya archaeology, and it puts Belize in that spotlight in different areas because we have so many projects happening. There are different areas that people are looking at, whether it's ancient DNA, looking at household settlement, looking at marketplaces and economy and things like that. But, the use of technology also is a big factor in that, and placing Belize at the forefront, because this was the first place that LiDAR technology, for instance, was introduced. And since that time, we've progressed so much more beyond that. Our internal team, we've been working on digital documentation of our cultural resources here in Belize. And through that, we've been able to even branch out further. It's not just restricted to archaeology, but we use it as an educational resource and have been able to take that to schools and get students more involved. And, definitely that digital part of it and the electronic side is what attracts them. But we want to make sure that people are accessible, that archaeology is accessible to people, and especially to our young Belizeans, because we want, that appreciation and protection and preservation to happen beyond this generation. And we want them to have that, first-hand experience. And attending the Belize Archaeology Symposium really provides that opportunity. It's a small community, but the impact that it has is really significant.
Over the years, do you find that the interest in archaeology here in Belize has grown, or do you feel like, we're sort of at a, stagnant?
It has been increasingly progressing, actually. Last symposium in 2024, I think, was the first time we've had more Belizean participation than ever before. And so we hope to exceed that this year, and even more as we go along. And we definitely want to see more young people involved and getting into this field of study.
For people who maybe are interested, how do you go about studying archaeology?
Well, we do have the University of Belize that offers a history program currently, and at Galen University, they have the anthropology program. And we work well with both institutions. We always encourage volunteer opportunities for students, and even field experience. Wherever we can support students, we are open. We have tons of work that we are always looking for people to come on in, learn, and help us move this process along. And, for instance, right now, Romari is one of our young members of our team, and she will be heading out in the fall to do her master's degree in our continued archaeology. And we hope to come back and, have a more increased capacity within our staff. And just the same way, we want more young people to come in and to grow our local community of archaeology and archaeology research.
Wow, Romari, all the best with you going for your master's degree.
Thank you.
What motivates you to continue pursuing, archaeology and, contributing to, I guess, Belizean knowledge?
Well, archaeology has always been a center in my life. Working at the Institute of Archaeology has exposed me to different fields. We always think that archaeology is just one little thing, one subject on its own, but archaeology is a mindset, and it spreads across different fields. And one thing that I love, I started attending the symposium when I was probably 17, 18, I started attending the symposiums. My dad and I would go and we would sit there, and I would learn so much more than I usually would from just reading the book on my own. But through the symposium, I got to understand more about the different fields in archaeology, and it's amazing because there is, as you mentioned, something new is always popping out. And one thing that I'm personally excited about from the symposium is that last year, I don't know if you're aware, but last year we had a discovery at the Caracol Archaeological Site at Reserve, and that was the Tekab Chakmas, the tomb. This year, it's being unveiled at the symposium for the public, so they're able to view that mass, but also we're recreating the tomb so that they get that one-on-one and get to view that tomb and get to actually experience what it would have been like. And then it's for education purposes, but also to show people that research is always new. Something new is always popping up, but it's important to know what is happening in your country. And the symposium is one of the core aspects of that.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing, what excites you about this upcoming symposium. I have a similar question for you, Dr. Badillo. Out of all the topics that are going to be discussed from the 1st to the 3rd of July, what are some of the ones that you would like to highlight, just to pique the interest of our viewers to join you at this symposium?
For sure. So we have a couple ones that we have selected that we think would be really impactful. And one is research being done by another local Belizean archaeologist highlighting community archaeology, which is really getting that information out to the local public, having that community engagement and awareness, and inviting people to get that first-hand experience with actual excavations and doing archaeological research. The other would be the presentation on the Tekabchak tomb, of course, from Karakol, which was a big highlight for us last year. And so we want to make sure that, especially for the tour guides who would incorporate that into their tour, we want to have them have that updated information. And then, of course, we have our own presentation that the IA is heading, which is on the digital documentation. And we want to show also that, internally, we also do our own research. And we've had these little side projects that we're working on that have just grown into bigger, larger projects. We partner with the Ministry of Education in bringing those files to the public, to schools, to teachers, and can be used as educational resources. And for us, really, that's the biggest part of it. Having the symposium provides that educational platform and awareness for us. And we look forward to it every year, or every other year, actually. Since after the pandemic, it's been now every 2 years we have it. And it really provides us that opportunity to have that community engagement and to just make sure that people are aware that archaeology is everywhere in Belize, and that we also have a responsibility to the protection and preservation of these resources. And to me, that is ultimately what we want to ensure, that, Belizeans are aware, they understand the need to protect these things, and that we can have it there for not only today, but for future generations, that, these resources can be enjoyed by them, and that they can also continue in the spirit of archaeological research in the future.
I love that.
So in terms of this symposium, when is it? Where is it? How can people join?
So it's in San Ignacio next week at the San Ignacio Hotel, Wednesday to Friday, July 1st to the 3rd. The registrations are available online, so you can log in, check out our social media pages, and you could register and come in. It's from 8 to about 5 every day. And we welcome everybody. If you have an hour, come in. If you have all day, you're even more welcome to come in. And there are 43
papers,
different presentations.
Wow.
Does it have a cost?
It's
It is, so our registration outlines it. So we're moving on to an online platform for payments, just to make sure that it's a smoother process for everyone. So if you check the Facebook page, we have a registration link already there, and we have different rates. So students enter for free, because we want them to get as much as they possibly could. So they enter for free with a student ID, and then Belizeans enter for $10 per day, and then foreigners attend for $20 per day. But yes, we urge everyone to pre-register so that they can just sweep right in.
48 topics? How much?
43 topics.
43
yes. So we have posted our schedule online.
Okay.
So if there's any papers that they like, any specific topic that they would like to join, there's a specific time and they're able to join that. So.
I love that. I love that. It sounds very flexible, very affordable, and it's going to be in San Ignacio.
Yes.
I think that's a great spot to have it too. San Ignacio is culturally rich. It's so vibrant, and it's I feel like that's a space where you would find plenty of archaeologists too.
Yeah. It feels like our home, actually. Every time going back, they've really embraced us in San Ignacio, and we certainly appreciate the love that we get when we're there.
Yeah, I have to share that what I find fascinating about archaeology is that it allows us to see that there was life before the European invasion, which is so beautiful to witness. Courtney, do you have any last questions to ask?
I guess just maybe invite the public to come out once again, especially people who may be okay, have a slight interest in archaeology and want to know how can I learn more, or also people who maybe don't understand the importance of archaeology.
For sure, we certainly welcome everyone to come in, whether you're an archaeologist, archaeological enthusiast, or maybe you don't know anything about archaeology. Come in and learn. This is the perfect opportunity. Like I said, it is a very small community. So our conference, unlike international conferences, allow you to get up close and personal with the researchers. They're there, easily accessible. You can ask your one-on-one questions. And, it's really presented in a way that anyone can understand, anyone can learn. We have research projects that happen from Corozal all the way to PG. So any part of the country you're from, there's bound to be some topic that might be of interest to you. Maybe you didn't know about it happening right in your backyard. So we invite you to come on in and to learn more about archaeology. Maybe get excited if you want to volunteer. We'll be there. We can set that up, and we're excited to have just really increase the engagement with Belizeans, especially young students. Tour guides, we welcome everybody to come in, please.
Very good.
Yeah,
So I have
very
a
important to know
yeah.
your past so that you can
Absolutely.
Move forward, yeah,
Absolutely.
into the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to share that we have John August joining us via Facebook Live, and first of all, he's congratulating you both for the excellent job that you're doing here on the
you.
couch, talking about the symposium, but definitely he's grateful for always sharing new information because he's a tour guide, and that helps him do his work better. So he's saying thank you in that regard.
Thank you.
As we wrap up, Romari, do you have any way, because it's summer, I'm sure you may be calling for volunteers to join you in one of your missions. How can people volunteer in one?
So the symposium is a really big event on its own, for staff, but just for everyone joining for that days. We already have our set of volunteers because we were packing up for that.
Well.
But please feel free. So we have volunteer programs at the Institute of Archaeology, and that is where we can navigate and place you where you want to be in your point of interest. And we have different projects happening internally, so there is no problem with placing
So
volunteers.
just send an email.
So just send an email if you would like. You can visit our niche page, and there are different forms if you want to do internships or volunteers. You are always free to do that. Just look up the form and you can send that through.
nichebelize.org, or you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram.
Yes.
And you can contact us directly through those avenues.
I love that.
And anybody could volunteer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I guess once you don't mind getting dirty. I think
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
of course.
Yes. Romar, is there any last invitation you would like to leave with our Sunup on 7 family to join you next week at the...
Just be excited. It has been an honest privilege to just create the symposium, and it's always a nice thing because we get to create the symposium for the public, and that's always the best thing, that people get to join, and we want to make information always accessible in the meaningless way. So we want to make sure that everyone gets to join. Registration is open, so please feel free. Just sign up and join us. We'll be really excited to see you there.
I love that. Thank you so much for joining us on the couch today, coming all the way from Belmopan. So we truly appreciate the effort of waking up early to bring all this excitement. It's the 20th Belize Archaeology Symposium. 20, wow, that's quite some number of years that has gone invested into this. And wish you all the best. To all the attendees, go ahead and immerse yourself in new knowledge. As Courtney mentioned, it's important for us to know where our past, our history, for us to create a better future for us as a country. And I'm sure there's going to be something that's interesting for you at this event. Thank you once more. Folks, with that, we go into our next commercial break. When we're back, we have more great conversations waiting for you on Sunup on 7. Stay tuned.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your nation station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
If you're tired of the baking in your house with the only Cocoa Wawa fan, and finally realize that the time to get yourself a good, durable, reliable fan, contact Maya's panel website or social media. Maya's going to hook you up with one of their 18-inch heavy-duty tripod fan, where might could even change your life as they keep you cool in this hot Belizean weather. Yes man, because their 18-inch heavy-duty tripod fan from Maya's not just could blow your lip back way, they might could blow away your mind if you say blow away the toxic konomono out of your life and the bad vibes out of your house. Order your 18-inch heavy-duty tripod fan from Maya's website or on their social media, and Maya's going to ship out your fan anywhere countrywide ASAP. Not believe me? Visit mayaselectronics.bz right now to order your fan today.
The next station is not just a place, it's the vacation capital of the world. the Mexican Caribbean. Do you know why we are the capital of vacations? Because no other place on Earth brings together so many ways to vacation in one single destination. From rest to adventure. From nature to culture. From luxury to freedom. Every vacation imaginable, except snow, and we plan to keep it that way. Mexican Caribbean, the vacation capital.
Let's all be safe during the rainy season. Belize Electricity Limited reminds you that heavy rains can cause flooding in your neighborhood and on roads. Avoid driving or walking in flooded areas, which can have hidden dangers such as debris and fallen power lines. Belize Electricity Limited cares about your safety. Please stay safe.
Good morning, Sunup on 7 family. Welcome back to your Wednesday episode. I hope you are excited about our next conversation. We are, because we have a great chat waiting for us with UDP mayoral candidate, Ms. Jacqueline Willoughby, on our couch today. Ms. Jacqueline, good morning. It's a pleasure to have you on Sunup on 7.
Thank you. Good morning.
How is your energy level today, 1 to 10?
My energy is always high.
Yeah, what is that, 10?
That sounds like a 20 to me.
Oh, what's the secret?
Jesus Christ. Seek Him every morning before you come.
I love that. Yes. Thank you so much for coming on our couch with your energy, with your 20 energy level, which is good. Certainly, we're going to be able to bounce off from that today during our discussion. You said you had something to...
So before we go into it, I want to... I just want us to keep in mind, or as at this time our party is mourning Miss Everly, our deputy, our assistant secretary general. And I just want to acknowledge her family, as well as our larger UDP family and all those persons whose lives she has impacted.
Very good.
I don't want us to forget her. She was bubbly. I think she was a lifeblood, actually.
Is there any way how knowing her has influenced you stepping up to be mayoral candidate today?
Well, not necessarily, but Everly and I have been friends for a very long time. And I've been around the party for a very long time. And I liked her energy. I liked the energy that she brought. And I call her the lifeblood because there was nothing that Everly did not know or couldn't place for you inside the party. So I know those are big shoes that we're going to have to fill.
Definitely.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
Condolences to her family and to the party as well.
We appreciate that.
Yeah. So let's get into it, and we start with your decision to put your name in for the mayoral aspirant.
So maybe we need to go back a little because people need to understand who Jackie Willoughby is,
yes,
if they don't already know, no? So I've lived in Belize and have served a total of 35 years in the public service. During that time, for 35 years, I've been a member of the union. For half of those years, I've been the president of the union. My interest is about service. My whole idea about being the mayor is not the glitz and glamour that people think comes with it. It's about service. I have a heart of service for people, service for Belize, mixing with residents, mixing with business, trying to see how we could enhance our own Belize city. Sometimes we like to look through the window too much to see who can give us, but I think that sometimes you work with what you have. And so my heart is about service. That is what made me choose to be the mayor.
I just want a quick clarification, because I remember being at the UDP press conference and they noted that there was multiple applications for mayor. So you are going to a convention prior to the elections, or are you did you decide that the party decide that you are the candidate?
It has not yet been fully decided.
Okay.
We follow one of the things that we must praise this new party leader for. She's tickler that we follow the issues, the constitution. You know, in the past, we had a whole lot of bangarang. Well, that bangarang isn't now. We follow the Constitution, and if there's need for us to go to the convention, we will go to the convention.
Okay. But at this time, it's just you're an aspirant.
I'm an aspirant at this time.
Awesome. So what does your campaign look like? Your what you bring to the people?
I bring to the people my honesty, my integrity, my leadership skills, my service. I bring to the people the heart for a renewed Belize, a cleaner Belize, a more business robust Belize. That is what I bring to the table.
Is there any fear or hesitation because you're going up against we've had 3 terms of a PUP council. They've been in office, they're well known, they're well liked, I suppose. Is there any hesitation going into this battle?
I have no fear.
Okay.
I have a hard time fearing people. The people will decide. When they have met with you, I won't come like the regular politician. I won't come with promises. I don't know if I could say this on TV, but I ordinarily don't write checks that my butt can't cash. I think that politics in Belize has enjoyed too much rhetoric. What I want to give you, what I want to give you, what I want to give you, what I want to give you. No, I see a Belize that we could build together. I am a leader. I am coming to motivate you that we could build together. The city council is a local government. The city council don't have no money to give nobody. They're always trying to rake in dough from different places. But my perspective is still with what we have. And with our willing citizens, when we educate people about where this Belize city should be, you will decide. I don't have no empty promises to make to nobody. I am saying we're going to come together and we're going to work for a better Belize. We're going to renew this city, because it's a free city. We can take care of the city the same way how we take care of other people's city when we go there. And that is what I come to the table with. I'm not going to come here and fear who is on the other side. I have no time to watch their race. I run for my prize where they're ahead of me. If the good Lord believe it is my time, then it will be my time. Nothing what the other side could do is going to influence that.
Are you prepared, though, to work with a PUP government, and do you think that you will face struggles in that department?
Unfortunately, in Belize, politics has taken, in my humble opinion, sometimes a petty turn. And I do not sit here believing that it's going to be easy peasy and a street paved with gold if there's a PUP government and a UDP local government. But I'm prepared to work with them. You see, we have to learn that after election, they're not a UDP government or a PUP government, it's a government of Belize. Elected for the people, by the people. And so the people must hold us accountable. I have no issues and no qualms in working with any government, more so a PUP government. I have no qualms to do that. It's not about who sit in the high office. It is about who we serve. And when we understand the agenda that's service to the people of Belize. Not serve yourself, not puff up yourself, not enrich yourself. It's about service to the people of Belize. And when we understand that, and I have lived a life of service, 35 years plus, because, I'm not 35, but 35 years plus.
Yeah. My question, Ms. Willoughby, so you talked about, having the people have the opportunity to elect who they want their next mayor to be for Belize City. And you're talking about, building the Belize City that you would like to see, somebody people can connect and embrace and own. There's a lot of, from observation what's taking place presently, there's a lot of, things happening within the Belize City Council or within Belize City that can be improved. And I feel like maybe those are some of the pressing issues that we need to address at the moment before we aspire into what can we have in the future. If you're going to, pick one or two of pressing issues at the moment that you would immediately address, what would those be?
I think the pressing issues in Belize is certainly to have our streets better. This thing where you wait just before June, hey, bring out everybody for clean up. No, this is supposed to be an ongoing thing, man. I've had the pleasure of reviewing the act, so I love reading. So I read the act, and in my humble opinion, the City Council Act in its present form is too limited. It really just speaks about fixing street, cleaning drains, collecting taxes on houses, trade taxes. That is basically what it speaks about. So hardly any candidate would be able to just come and talk past that. But I like to say that it is human beings that administer the law. And perhaps my style of management will add differently to how the city is kept. I can't speak to how this current city council was managed, but I can speak to the potholes, the many potholes I have to enjoy as I drive my vehicle. I can speak to the overflowing drains. I can speak to the smelly garbage that I see on the street all the time. It would seem to me that this current city council is only interested in cleaning front streets. Front streets are often always nice, but go to back streets where people live. It is not that nice, you see? So that might lead to their management style. It might mean that they're not concerned about what's happening in the back. You understand me? If a president came to Belize, he wouldn't drive your back street. He would come on your front street. No, under my leadership, that is not what we intend to do. We intend to take every city, every corner and nook and cranny of this city under our concern. You have 11 people in the city council who vied and said, vote for me because I can do it. And so if you have 11 people, then 11 people should be caring for the city. It's not the job of just the mayor. That is why what we present from the UDP is a team. And I insist that team, there's no I in that team. It's going to be we. My duty is to hold everyone accountable as we deliver on whatever promises we make for the city.
In that regard, to you now talking about your team, could you describe what your team looks like? What's the energy that they're bringing? Because we would like to, get acquainted with.
Although we have not yet fully finalized our team, as I'm sure you heard at the press conference, those in the room are excited. Are excited for this journey. There are some first-timers. There are some recurring, whose name will not be called at this point.
Very well.
There are some recurring. But the energy in the room is everybody's positive about going forward. The United Democratic Party is ripe for governance. Understand me? And we commit to bringing the United Democratic Party over the hump on account of the people, for the purpose of the people. I don't want to forget that. Because I think that Belize, we have now lost ourselves in brands. It's always about PUP and UDP and PUP and UDP. UDP is the efficient organ that's going to bring the team of service people to deliver Belize into a renewed position.
Like you said, like we're lost in the party politics, but how, and that's the reality of it. People vote for color, they don't vote for person. How do you instill trust after years of fracture in the UDP? How do you instill that trust in people that we're together, we're united, and we're ready?
The people who have served for the past 35 plus years know who Jackie Willoughby is. They know what Jackie Willoughby stands for. They know that Jackie Willoughby is fresh. You can't stop those who would believe, man, that politics as usual. Man, you just come to enrich yourself. That's not where I come from. That is not what I come from. People know my kind of service. People ready for freshness. Understand me? And people will give freshness a try. That's how it happens in this country. The entire city old faces. I'm sure you have heard many of the times when some of the old guard would come in, man, that's the same thing again. Man, that time for and change. And that is what it is about. Parties are about rebirth. The United Democratic Party is about rebirth. It's about freshness. It's about moving forward. It's about unity. And I'm sure you've heard the party leader over and again says that the tent is big. And the tent is big. And there's a lot of fresh faces that you will see that has not been there before. The Belize now has no reason to not trust these people. They have worked with what is, and what is has failed. This current city council has failed. It has become a family business. Understand me? Man, all after that, have your son-in-law, your daughter-in-law, you could put them in a line next. And it has become so obvious. It has become so obvious that this disgruntledness has seeped over into the nation. We don't want to hear that. We want to hear when you are clean with drain. We want to hear when you are fixed back with street. We want to hear how the small man on the street could make our money for eat. What can the city council do to assist them to make something of themselves and make them could be self-sustainable?
Yeah.
We don't want to hear your family fight.
Yeah, Ms. Willoughby, one of the concerns coming from our Facebook Live is in the aspect of citizen security. What are some of like innovative ways that you as if you were to get the mayoral space to address citizen security?
Aesthetics. The way the city is now cut up, there are too many organs and alleys where police can't patrol properly. You see, when people understand that, the job of the police, we complain so much about the police, all we seem to want to follow, that what we refer to as police brutality. But the police is a vital organ in this city. And the aesthetics of the city contributes to how well police can patrol. You have some areas where have lone alley, no light, no proper access. So if a criminal is running from the police and he runs into the alley and the police is chasing in a vehicle, how you get in there? He has to stop, then run, then he doesn't know where he's running to. He might be running to his death because we're really getting to a society now where people seem to, the respect for one another seem to be very low. Understand? And so aesthetics, one of the duty of the city council is aesthetics, to prepare the city in such a way that it is patrollable. So you partner with the police to assist them. Tourism, again, the tourist police, they're important. They should be everywhere to protect whatever is going on in the city. We seem to also have this issue where certain police officers is of the mindset, well, if I have this, I know I touch that. No. We have to work with the police to make sure that they understand. For the time you sign up in the training school, to protect and serve belong to everybody. Whether you wear one white shirt, whether you wear one blue one, whether you wear one brown one or one khaki one. Understand me? To protect and serve is to everybody. The city council is prepared to partner with the police as hard as we can for the issues of aesthetics. We have to talk to them. We have to find out where is it difficult for you to go. The way the city they develop is because in areas it's unplanned. Like the whole Gonglong area unplanned. So you have a lot of dead ends. The police have to go around, no. The way you plan your city speaks to the whole issue of how well it would be able to be patrolled and secured.
So how then do you come decades after this, Belize City is set up this way? How do you fix it? Do you block off roads? How do you do it?
I am not in a position to tell you how until I'm able to examine appropriately. Understand me? I would want to hope that there's a map or something. I remember some time ago when I assisted the police in having maps. So one of the things I do is statistics. And I had complaints from the then commissioner that one of the issues we were having is these little arteries of streets that keep developing. So I said, listen, at the time we only had like 1,400 police, 350,000 people. In the bigger cities and towns like Belmopan, Dangriga, most of your police officers are there. So you don't take away from 1,400.
Okay.
So I said, you can't do hard work. You must do smart policing. Let us try to come up with maps and zone off. And then instead of having boots on the ground, nothing irritates me more than whenever a commissioner is asked, So what are we going to do about crime? Well, we're going to put more boots on the ground. We don't have that much boots. We don't got that much boots. So we have to do smart policing. And so I said, you do covert operations. See the areas that are your hotspot. That don't mean you're not going to flare up somewhere else. But you don't have to stretch your resources the way you're stretching it now. So, in my humble opinion, until I am able to see exactly what the map look like and what the plans look like for Belize, naturally, you'll have me make a promise that I would not be able to deliver on. No, man, when I make any promise that because it is achievable, when I come from the union, you say things that are achievable, things that are not achievable, you're not going to come make empty promises. So I'm not going to make an empty promise, other than to say, should we be elected, as soon as we get into that office, things like that, I would be paying attention to. I know I'll be a mayor where they hide behind a glass door. No, because I would never ask somebody to go do something I myself would not do. So when we get into office, and we will get into office, that would be something we certainly would be looking at, and we would be appraising the city.
I like that. Ms. Willoughby, so as we're starting winding down another conversation with you, and so let's talk about how do you view the importance of having young people engaged in politics and young people getting engaged with you in your journey towards a mayoral candidate, and what would you have to say to young people in terms of once a mayor, these are the changes that can come for young people?
I think young people is extremely important. So I draw again from my experience. I work a lot in the Caribbean as well, and I have been very instrumental. I don't know if I want to say instrumental, but influential in a couple of the politics in different Caribbean islands. And I happen to have run actually a whole Facebook campaign with young people.
Okay.
Young people have a serious flaw. That flaw is not liking to read.
Okay.
But not only a young people problem, it's a people problem. People don't want to read. And in the generation of AI, they want artificial intelligence to tell them everything. No, we need to, life has to be a balance. Young people is significant. I want them. I need them. Because when we would do things the old way, they would find a quicker method to get the same thing done. I want that because you want real time. But at the same time, I often say to young people, if it is you're going to, I don't have a problem with you employing your methods, but do not veer off from the mission and vision or the purpose for which we're heading in that particular direction. I certainly have a place for young people, but this young people buzz has been going on in Belize. Everybody is on, what you want to do for the young people and what you want to do for the young people. But I want the young people to know, they say I'm a Bible believer, and the Bible says you mustn't forsake your elders. So my leadership style is always to grab elders and young people. When we separate them, the young people don't learn from the elders. When we separate them, the elders they think we're crazy. They can't understand. So it has to be a balance that we're going to strike in any campaign, in any society, if we are going to go forward. All the methods the young people come with will not always work. And all the methods the elderly, I won't say the old people, the elderly people come with will not always work. But if we learn to marry the two, this synchronization that we're going to have there is going to be awesome. So I fully intend, I have a place for them. I have a place for them. I said to one of my young aspiring councillors yesterday, I said to him, the idea for me is to bring you both on board. I want to make music, but I don't know how to play any instrument. I might be able to sing. I said, and you might be able to beat the drum. Or do that thing that you do that brings the music already synchronized. The elderly knows the words. So what we're going to do, we're going to form a band. We're going to form a band. And we'll come together and we'll discuss and we will make one awesome song. And the nation of Belize will understand that every single person, in my humble opinion, has a place. Understand? That's how I plan to treat them.
Thank you very much. Yes. Courtney, as we wrap up this conversation, do you have any last questions for Ms. Willoughby?
Just talk to the people, invite them out to the polls. We know that we have a lot of voter fatigue. Just what would you say to them to encourage them to come out and vote?
First, I want to start from our right. because a lot of people are not voting in Belize. You're actually giving away your right. Register, come out to vote. Your voice is important. Your voice is extremely, extremely important. But you cannot exercise your voice if you do not exercise your right and if you do not register to vote. And come and vote for me. I'm bringing honesty, I'm bringing integrity, I'm bringing loyalty, I'm bringing leadership. I am bringing something new and refreshed to Belize. But I want to partner with you. I cannot do it by myself. This team would not be able to do it without you. So come out on election day, March 2027, and vote for the efficient, renewed United Democratic Party as we uplift our city.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ms.
Thank you so
Willoughby.
much, Ms. Willoughby, for joining us today.
Right, and we look forward to the race. Honestly, we love election time, so we look forward to the energy and to seeing when you guys finalize your slate and announce that. We really look forward to that.
You register for vote, Courtney?
Of course I am.
You register?
I am, yes.
Please make sure to vote on election day and vote for me.
Ms. Willoughby, thank you so much for joining us. We wish you a fantastic rest of your day. Continue on that 20 energy level.
Yes.
Certainly you are there today and being able to channel it well. We thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you for
folks,
having me.
We're going to go into our next commercial break. When we're back, we have a great conversation. Summer break is here, so how will you meaningfully engage your children? A great topic. Stay tuned for that. We'll be right back.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your nation station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
If you're tired of the baking in your house with the only Kunko Wawa fan and finally realize that the time to get yourself a good, durable, reliable fan, contact Maya's panel website or social media. Maya's going to hook you up with one of their 18-inch heavy-duty tripod fan where might could even change your life as they keep you cool in this hot Belizean weather. Yes man, because their 18-inch heavy-duty tripod fan from Maya's not just could blow your lip back way, they might could blow away your mind if you say blow away the toxic konomono out of your life and the bad vibes out of your house. Order your 18-inch heavy-duty tripod fan from Maya's website or on their social media, and Maya's going to ship out your fan anywhere countrywide ASAP. Not believe me? Visit mayaselectronics.bz right now to order your fan today.
The next station is not just a place, it's the vacation capital of the world, the Mexican Caribbean. Do you know why we are the capital of vacations? Because no other place on earth brings together so many ways to vacation in one single destination. From rest to adventure. From nature to culture. From luxury to freedom. Every vacation imaginable, except snow, and we plan to keep it that way. Mexican Caribbean, the vacation capital.
Let's all be safe during the rainy season. Belize Electricity Limited reminds you that heavy rains can cause flooding in your neighborhood and on roads. Avoid driving or walking in flooded areas, which can have hidden dangers such as debris and fallen power lines. Belize Electricity Limited cares about your safety. Please stay safe.
Good morning, Sun Up on 7 family. Welcome back to your Wednesday episode. We have an exciting conversation for you. Earlier, before the break, we announced that we're going to jump into talking about, how can you meaningfully engage your kids this summer. But we're going to put that conversation on hold because we're going to first talk about the upcoming Blue Steel Road Race. And joining us on our couch, we have Mr. Echo Middleton and Mr. Colville Murillo, who are promoting this event on our couch today. Good morning to you both, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Mr. Murillo, how is your energy level today, 1 to 10?
So above 10.
Above 10?
Yes.
What's the secret?
Enough soursop juice.
Enough soursop juice. That's such a great plant to have. It has so many benefits. It's an anti-carcinogen to start with,
Well, I brought one for both of you.
Thank you so much. We totally appreciate that. So that's a great thing. So I have that tomorrow morning.
All right.
Echo Middleton, good morning.
Morning.
How is your energy level today?
Well, just like Mr. Morio said, we're over 10 as we're up. Non-stop sleep to try to get this race all together,
Okay. What excites you about this race?
Just the fact that the Belizean talents will get more exposure at what they're doing, So that's the main part for we. Just giving back to the cyclists now.
Okay. Yeah. So when you talk about giving Belizean talent and Belizean cyclists more exposure, what does that look like, Mr. Moran?
You have a lot of young talented kids coming up. And they don't have the exposure. So we're trying to bring them out one by one. There's so many kids that goes to Mr. Erdonis bike shop and says, Mr. Erdonis, I want to ride. But they don't have the equipment. They don't have a bike. A bicycle costs so much. And all the gears cost a lot of money. Gloves, shoes, socks, helmet, So we want to try and bring them out one by one, little at a time, and give to the community, no matter where they come from, if it's from Cayo, like Derek Chabaria, or Belize City. We just want to try and bring them out little at a time. Yes.
That's exciting.
So is there an age range, since you're saying it's young people, is there an age range for the race?
Well, let Harley
for the race, we are focusing on juniors, elites, and masters. So the juniors, we're not focused on the youths, for the youths name for this race, but we are going to do a race specifically for just the juniors and the youth.
Okay.
But right now we're doing elite, masters, and juniors. So the juniors will range from age 15 up to 18, and then the elites is from 18 to 35 and above. So, and the race is being sponsored by the Skeen family. After I've mentioned that, the Skeen family is the main sponsor for the race, along with Mr. Alex Pajic and the Blue Steel family, right? And we are giving over $5,000 in cash prizes in total, and over $3,000 in station prizes. So we are literally trying to, everything we are doing is for the cyclists. So we are giving them cash prizes, and we are also giving them gifts. So the elite winner will get a gold watch along with $1,000.
Okay.
The masters winner will get a silver watch along with $1,000, and the juniors will get $500 for first place. Each category we are doing top 5. Besides the masters, because there's a lot of older guys riding, so we're giving from first prize way down to 10th place for the masters category.
Okay. Wow. So it sounds like there's a lot of investment going on and community support.
We're also giving
incentivize
$100 for the oldest rider. So you could be the oldest guy out there, no matter if you win or not, you still make something.
I'm curious, what would the age of the oldest rider be from your inventory so far, from your database so far?
You have
60, 66.
60 plus.
60 plus, yeah.
Mr. Santino,
ex-minister, Mr. Castro.
Mr. Castro. Those guys are up in age.
Now you mentioned, I can see it. They've been very active in the cycling industry. So the Blue Steel Road Race is taking place on July 4th.
Yes.
Yeah? So that's very soon.
Right.
Are you in a space where you are open for registration for participants, and what does that entail?
Registration is only $30 per cyclist. You could contact me at 677-9462 or via Facebook to complete your registration, and it's easy as that. We are not trying to make it complicated for the cyclists. And besides the road race, the purpose of us doing the road race is because we wanted to help promote the Mascal Village and the Mascal Village Council, Village Council, sorry. So we are doing a family day, all-day event besides the road race.
In Mascal?
In Mascal
In
Village,
Mascal,
yeah.
On July 4th?
On July 4th.
Okay.
So the race starts in
The
Mascal?
race starts in Mascal, finish in Mascal for the ceremony and everything to give out the prizes while the day event will be happening.
So what's the halfway point that they turn around?
The flag monument at Belize.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's over 74 miles of racing. Yeah.
That's
Should
exciting.
be really exciting
Yes,
because we
yes,
have
yes.
some $300 station prizes, $100. We honestly are trying to give the cyclists something that they want to ride for. So majority of our prizes are the smallest prize we go get right now. Honestly, the smallest prize is our phone for smart. So that it seems small to we as event organizers, but probably to the cyclists is something big, right? So
yes.
we mostly the force and stuff we could benefit them. So vitamins and a lot of the stuff that we could actually aid them development in the sport.
You know, one thing about these races, because I run, and Courtney runs also, is, you know, people coming out to support and cheer for you. I think that's, on another level, that's such a great booster for...
I saw it, Courtney for the Cancer Walk.
Yeah. So my question is, you know, for the folks that would like to come out and support their favorite rider, what time does the race start? You already gave us an insight into what the route is going to look like.
Right.
For them to show up, you know, with their favorite cheer.
Well, the race is starting at 11 a.m. in the morning. We're going to say afternoon, but Belize and Crawford are still morning, right? 11 a.m. from Mascal Village. Along the road, for the fans, we will be showing fan appreciation, so we'll be giving out some sweets and T-shirts to the fans on the roadside.
Okay.
Besides, and all of that is courtesy of the Skeen family. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, and we want to try and make this an event, an annual event. We just don't want to do it
This
at
is
one
the first, yeah?
This is the first, and we want to try and make it even better for next year, right? We want more kids to try and get involved because, like myself, we're getting older and we want to bring in new, young, fresh.
Yeah. What excites you about cycling?
Oh man, I grew up in cycling. My favorite guys growing up was Kendrick Holiday, Alfred Parks, Burger Boy, Jocelyn Chavarria, Senior. Yeah, those guys.
Are you a cyclist yourself?
Yes, I do ride myself.
Are you going to be participating in the race?
I'm not sure. I might be out there with the flag.
All right.
I have to be out there and make sure things go
very well
according to plan.
Covering logistics.
Yes,
definitely.
And no fuss, no quarrel, and we want to make sure that things go on time, on track, and the way it's supposed to run. Right?
And the race is backed by the Cycling Federation, so
yes,
it's a full official race.
I like
it's
that.
It's not just like an amateur group of guys trying to put together a race for the cyclists. We're literally trying to do it as professional as possible, so we can have this race every year.
I love that.
And so there's going to be an after party too.
After party, after the day event. So after the day event, I will be performing alongside Super Furia Band.
What a treat. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yes. I just want to
go ahead.
Give a quick little announcement. The camp that Harley came out of, Father Lee, he just passed away, and we just want to say condolence to Father Lee and his family. Heights of Vibes, TR Shine, Harley, all these guys, they came out of that camp. I was fortunate to record a few songs with Ja Art at that studio.
Okay.
So,
wow.
And I just want to say condolences to
the family for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
But we want to make it a grand event for the kids as well, right? A little activities here and there for the kids.
Okay.
Not only for the grown-ups, but we want the kids to enjoy themselves as well.
Yeah, because you're saying you would like to get more young people involved in cycling and all of these things.
So even if it's lime and spoon while the race is going on. The kids,
Okay.
they have something to do,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to like cover the bases before we wrap up, the race is on July 4th. It starts at 11 a.m. and it's gonna go all the way to the Flag Monument in Belize City and back. There's also a village party taking place in Mascal. You know, so like I'm sure great food, great music, great drinks gonna be present.
Yes, beans fire hot.
The best, the best. And what time does the after party start?
Well, the after party starts at 9 o'clock in the night.
Okay.
So if you like the village life and you want to experience Mascal Village, come out July 4th, we'll have a full package.
Is there any cost associated with the after party?
Oh yes, I forget to say that. We are not charging for anything. So the after party is for free and the day event is for free.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Very good.
So as we begin to wrap up, just talk to the people and invite them out to come out and support this.
Yes, we want all the villagers to come out. If you're from Doublehead Cabbage, wherever you are through that old Mascal Road, please come out and support the riders, right? And we just want the people of the village and the commuters, the bus drivers, we want them to know what's happening ahead
And
of
also
time.
take in consideration that the guys were up on the road.
Yes, that's very important. Safety.
Safety, yeah.
Okay. Any last words from you, Echo?
I would really love to big up all our sponsors, right?
Okay.
But it's too many.
Too much.
So I would just like to say thanks to all the sponsors, but to the main sponsors, the Skeen family and Mr. Alex Paget. I know the cyclists, they will really appreciate what we have to offer to them. And we just want to give the cyclists something they will appreciate for their talent.
Very good. Thank you so much. I'm sure it's going to be a great event, you know.
Come rain or shine, we're going to be out there.
Yeah, and the rain will cool you down, if anything. Because 11 a.m., I'm like, oof.
The sun are blazing.
But definitely, thank you so much for joining us today on the couch. There's an invitation to our Sunup on 7 family to join you on July 4th for the Blue Steel Road Race that starts at Mascal at 11 a.m. Come out and cheer for your favorite cyclists and definitely go back to Mascal to enjoy the great food and the great music that they have prepared for you. Gentlemen, thank you and all the best with the event.
Thank you. All right.
Folks, with that, we go into our next commercial break. When we're back, we do continue with great conversations on Sunup on 7. Stay tuned.
In Belize, some things aren't explained. They're passed down. Not because they're tradition, but because they've proven they work. When you work hard for what you have, you learn to protect it. And when the time comes, you pass that responsibility forward. Every generation faces new beginnings, but the choices that matter most are built on trust. For decades, Belizean families have relied on one place to protect their homes, their vehicles, and the lives they're building. When trust is passed down, you know it's been earned. For Belizean families, that trust has a name. RF&G Insurance. It pays to get it right.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
Let's all be safe during the rainy season. Belize Electricity Limited reminds you that heavy rains can cause flooding in your neighborhood and on roads. Avoid driving or walking in flooded areas, which can have hidden dangers such as debris and fallen power lines. Belize Electricity Limited cares about your safety. Please stay safe.
These charter means aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Cherie Tulsel, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indra Craft.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your Nation Station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
Good morning, everyone. And if you've noticed now, traffic calm, traffic, they get busy, which is so good to see. We do have traffic jam, I believe. But folks, welcome back to Sun Up on 7. It's Wednesday, and we're super grateful for your company. Court and I are equally excited about sharing the space with you and our guests that come through today's episode. Again, if you missed any of our conversations, you can always go back and watch our Facebook recorded live. And stay tuned to our Facebook and Instagram pages to know who are guests and what conversations they bring forward to the show. We jump into our exciting conversation because we have one of our favorite educators on set today, Miss Ann Palacio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Such a
Nice.
treat to have you. Always
Thank
great
you so
conversations
much.
with you.
Yes, that's what we love.
How is your energy level today? I feel like I don't need to ask
Well, you
because
don't
I
need
can
to ask.
tell.
My energy level is always high. It's a must.
What's the secret?
Life.
Life.
Life is too short not to be. We woke up this morning. Who didn't?
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing you do.
Yeah.
As I open my eyes in the morning, thank you, Lord, I'm here. Thank you for the sunlight. Thank you for all the people who appreciate you and love you. Because as you can see, the high rate of violence in our country, we don't know what's going to be happening today or tomorrow, but you know you woke up.
That is
so there's no reason for you not to be happy.
Yeah.
No matter what is, I always tell people that, you know, we're easy to find things that are negative. We're easy to bring down each other, but it's very difficult to say, you look great this morning, you look beautiful this morning, have a great day, you know, and I think we have to start doing that.
And that is so transformative.
It
When you say to
is.
somebody, they may be caught up in their world, and then you say, and you're like, oh, like I feel seen. Like their face changes, it lights up, and I'm like, it's I don't know, like it's such a great vibe to be able to share that energy with somebody else, and you see the change. It makes you want to continue doing it more.
Of course.
Yeah.
We should always be seen and also be heard.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of time that we are worried about all the bills that we have to pay and all the stresses going on in our lives, but we don't take time to say that, you know, things are beautiful too. And I think we don't spend much time being positive. And that causes a lot of mental health problems, a lot of unnecessary stress on yourself.
Chronic conditions.
Because stress does get you sick.
Yeah.
And so I think once we start doing that, then we realize, okay, we are going to start off the day on a positive note.
Yeah.
Like, for example, in the classroom, because I'm an educator for 30 plus years, and I always start off in the morning with love. Like, we do a little sign.
Okay.
I was like, oh, love teacher.
Let's do it.
And
Let's
yes,
do it.
love,
Let's do it.
love.
It's my first time doing it.
Oh, I love it. And you did it perfect.
Oh, I'm so proud of my little heart. Look.
That's right. If nobody told you this morning before you came to me that I love you, I'm telling you I love you. And I mean it. I mean, it's a genuine love, because if you start off the day with positivity, those kids, they're gonna do everything in a positive note.
I agree.
Nothing will be difficult for them. Same thing at work. If you have a supervisor or a boss or CEO, whoever is over you, and they come in and they tell you simple things like, oh, you look nice this morning, and how are you doing, and have a little 2-minute talk with you, you're gonna see how your day goes. But we need to be more positive.
I love that. Miss Anne, so like, what I enjoy about conversations with you as an educator is that you try to merge everything, like community, parents, students, teachers, into a holistic approach towards education. And the conversation that we're having today is, what can kids do for summer? How can parents assist? But how can we make it meaningful, for both parents and children?
This is a perfect time. Summer, I love vacation days, because it's a time for you as a parent to get to know more about your children. Many times in the society, we don't take time to sit and talk with our children. The problem, what we do is we sit and talk to our children. Those are two propositions that are not going together.
What would the difference be, and how does it enact?
The with means I'm hearing you. We're actually having a conversation, and it's not one-sided. To you is telling me, I am telling you what to do without listening. And that's not communication. Communication, we have to hear both sides. So vacation time should be set aside for us to listen to each other. And there's so much creative things that we can talk about. Unfortunately, in Belize, there are so many violence that we have occurred that every time you read the news, to be honest, I don't want to watch the news. I don't care for it anymore, because there's nothing positive that makes you feel, okay, something good is happening.
Okay.
But you have to be realistic. Education is not four walls. Education is about life, and life needs to be relevant. And right about now, it's crime, it's violence, it's hurt, it's pain, it's misery, it's grief. You could actually sit and talk with your children about what's going on. And don't let us become numb to the fact that, oh, it's okay. It doesn't happen to us. It doesn't happen to my family, so I don't really care. Right. Sit and talk with your children about what is going on in our society.
That's true.
How would you, sweetie, like you could talk to depend on the age range, right? You could talk to them and say, darling, you're 8, 9 years old. If you became the prime minister of this country, what would you do differently for things to change? What would you do? And let's hear what they have to say. That could be a great topic indoors, because you have indoors activity and you have outdoors activity that you can do too, depending on the weather, right? And so indoor activities begin with you having a heart-to-heart conversation with your child. Talk about school. How was the school year? How did you feel about your grades? Do you want to do better? What do you want to become? Because there's lots of kids now. I mean, back in the days when you go to school, you only had business or science. There was nothing else. Now you have psychology, you have criminal justice, you have paralegal studies. You have all these things that these kids could incorporate. What would you want to do? And that is where you as a parent start helping the child. Mom, I want to be an engineer. We'll start looking up together on Google, on websites. What does it take to be an engineer? What's the cost of it? Because from the child 8, 9 years old, you know in 7 to 8 years, that child will be graduating from high school. You should be prepared, because this child has been saying, I want to be an engineer from the child was 8. This child want to be a doctor, so you should be looking into it. It should not be a reason why this child does not attend engineering school or cannot go to doctor's school or medicine or whatever they want to do, because you've been hearing about it. You're putting your all into your children. Simple things like doing chores with each other. Mom or dad washes up, you dry. And you talk about simple things. What's your favorite thing that you like to do? What can we do during the summer? Have them have some leadership role at home. Let them have responsibilities also. Let them do the little chores now and again. And you can also, I'm always asking parents too, when I speak to them in parental skill training classes, is to teach their children financial literacy.
Of course.
So like for me, all I knew back in my days, my parents took care of everything. I didn't know what the finances were. I just said, Mom, I need this, that, I need that. Here it is. But I wish I had financial literacy like my kids now. Maybe I should have saved more. But now, because I have learned aspects of financial literacy, I pass it on to my children. And that is something you can do with your kids. Like, for example, let's say they do something around the house. That's a little dollar, a little 25 cents. Anything you want to give them. Open an account for them, whether it's a credit union account, which is the most popular one, or a bank account, junior savings, wherever, which bank you want, and let them start putting in something there. Whatever monies they get, whether they get from aunts or uncles or sisters or grandmothers, show them that saving is important. Those are little things you can do that will grow later on them, because they'll remember, when I was 8, 9, 10 years old, my parents taught me how to save. So it's something automatic as they grow up to be adults and become professionals themselves.
Yeah.
You can also do some DIYs.
Yeah.
You could make creative things at home. Go to the different stores, put some stuff together. I am in love with STEM and STEAM. Science, technology, engineering, math, and they also include arts in there. That's why it's STEAM. Those are things that are now in globalization. So you could easily just go on the net, find out what things, like for example, we have zip lining in Belize. Go to the store, find stuff that will be able to put zip line together, and you and your kid can make a zip line at home. That is STEM. They are thinking, they are critical thinkers, they're putting things together for themselves, and they're enjoying it with their parents. I think we need to put that aspect back.
Yeah.
Let the parents be a part of the wholesome growth of you. Because you know what is so sad? I remember going to school and they ask us, usually like summer, we go back in September. Back in those days, it was September. And the first thing the teacher tells you to do, write a paragraph on how was your summer.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
For the past 10 so years, when I was in primary school back in those days, I asked students to give me their summer vacation or Christmas vacation. Oh, miss, we didn't do anything. We just stayed on the games. You can't write a paragraph on that,
Yeah.
right? So we need to put that back. Let children have a childhood. Let them have memories of a childhood. And during your summer, Easter, or your Christmas vacations, take pictures. And then have an album that says Summer 2026. Let them always remember what the summer vacation was all about.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, what you're saying, I'm not a parent, but I remember seeing something that really like changed the way I looked at things. Like, a lot of times you have children and they get a little annoying. And then you want to do something, but they keep bothering you. And then I saw something that said, involve them. If you're in the kitchen, involve them. And there's a lot of kids-safe utensils that you can use. And of course, at first, it's messy and it's hard, but eventually they get it. Right, exactly. And they get it and they get disciplined. And then I'm always amazed when I see like kids on TV, like children making meals and like elaborate meals. And I'm just like, you have to start them from young and you involve them in all the processes that you do at the home. I think that's so important. And that's exactly what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah. Involve them. Let them have a voice. Let them be heard. Because when they talk to you, it's amazing how when kids talk to you, what you learn from them.
Yeah,
that's why I stay around them. Plus, I keep very young with them, too. When I'm around young people, I stay young. Yeah. I don't feel I'm old. And they give you a lot of insight about who you are. And I think that we have lost that in our society. Many parents are going to work, we have to pay the bills, and then we don't work, then we lost our children. Yeah. We have to take time. They didn't ask to come here. You brought them in here.
Right.
So they deserve your love, your warmth, your understanding.
Yeah.
And even to that point, it helps with mental illness too. It helps with that part. Because a lot of times I have had students who would come and tell me things that they cannot tell their parents, and that should not be. I'm a stranger to you. I should not be the first one to know that you have some type of bullying going on at school, or something happened with a family member with you that's devastating, or some type of trauma. I should not be your first. Your parents should be your first teachers. Your parents should be open to hear anything that you have to say, because they're your first and your last. Like I always tell my children, and even my biological and my children in the classroom, listen, you need to let us know what's going on. I'm not a mind reader. So you need to talk with me and let me know what is going on. And that is only how I could be able to mend or get someone who can assist. But a lot of our students, a lot of our children don't feel comfortable talking to their parents. Like it's a huge thing now about being gay and sexuality and binary and all these things that's happening that most parents don't even want to. Because before we talk about being your sexual identity, we had a section where some students felt as if they say certain things to their parents, it's like going against their culture, their religion. You have a right to feel a certain way because you have a mind of your own to say, listen, I don't want to be a part of this religion, but I want to do this. Are you open to that? You should be able to talk to your parents about that. Or if you have some type of identity crisis, your parents should be the first person you speak to. But lots of our children don't do that. And that's why summer vacations, all these vacations should be times where our children can sit and speak with our parents and parents vice versa.
I love that. Ms. Anne, so we're winding down on the conversation today and soon to wrap up the show. What advice would you have for parents to be able to strike a balance in terms of like your work life, your kid is home for the summer, you may need to like put some time for them. What advice would you have in terms of like striking a balance to ensure that you're there for your child as much as you have to do something to pay your bills?
That's right. You know that summer, Easter, and Christmas vacation is every year. Plug it into your calendar. If you can, take some few days off of those same vacation time, especially during summer. Make summer be more of your vacation time for you. So you could have at least a couple of weeks or so, or a week or so with your child doing indoor and outdoor stuff. There's so many parts of Belize that I myself, I live and grew up here and haven't visited. You could do that for your child. Go down to Punta Gorda, go down, do some camping, go ahead, do some zip lining. Besides going, because everybody goes to the Keys.
I think you like zip lining.
Yes, I do. Okay. You heard me. You're hearing me. You're a good student.
Yeah, I am.
Because they always say when a teacher says something more than once, it's coming on the test.
Yes.
So I love it. So these are things that I think that you should put into. Yes, you need to pay your bills, but you also, the greatest asset that you can put yourself into is your human resource, and that's your child.
Yes.
And I've always told people, no matter what bills you have, no matter what you're going through, it's like an analogy that I use in my parental skill training classes. When you jump into water and without a vest, it's not that you're drowning. You don't drown in water that you don't have a life vest. If it's you only drown if you stay submerged in it. Meaning, if you lament on the negative parts of your life, you're going to lose a lot out on the raising and the blossoming of the flower that you made. And that's your child or your children. They are everything for you. It should be something where it's a natural love thing for a mother or father. And so giving to them is important. So make sure you take the time, because if you notice, we're almost half through the year. Some people were saying in January, I've done this in June. June is here and they still haven't done it. Life is too short. We are here for a purpose. If you're a mom, dad, uncle, aunt, grandmother, grandfather, you all have a role to play. It takes a village to raise these children. We're losing too many of them to violence. We need to love our children. We need to make them know that they're heard and they're understood, and make sure you spend enough time with them, because they grow up very fast. And decisions are made for them to leave the home or go somewhere else. We want them to have a childhood. They are devoted. You should be also. Give them a childhood. Love them. Take care of them. And don't stay submerged. Get up, be grateful, and love them for who they are.
What a great conversation with you, I have to say. And so we thank you so much for joining us today to give,
you are most welcome.
I guess, I would say like valuable insight, recommendations, but just like food for thought for parents, for us to prepare. I said, I'm not a parent, I said for us. I'm not a parent. For parents to prepare, for the summer, but also like, how do you engage your child meaningfully? I think that's very, very critical. It's the summer, they're looking for a time to bond, to relax equally.
Exactly.
We gotta make it happen. Thank you so much for your wisdom
You're
today,
welcome,
Ms.
guys.
Anne. It's
You're
always so
welcome.
great to have you here.
Thanks for
It's also
having me.
time for us to wrap the show.
Yeah, it was a great Wednesday.
So let's thank our guests that joined us today.
Sure. So first we had Dr. Melissa Badillo and Rumari Koo from the Institute of Archaeology talking about the 20th Belize Archaeologist Symposium. So that is July 1st to the 3rd. You can register now. They're inviting everybody. You can know nothing but archaeology and go to the symposium and learn a lot.
Yes, students have free access.
Yes, that's important.
Just show your ID. What a great opportunity.
Right. Then we have UDP mayoral candidate Jacqueline Willoughby. She's vying for the spot of mayor of Belize City. While we don't know the full UDP slate as well, she's one of the aspirants, and she's here talking about what she can bring to you if you give her that chance. And then finally, Ms. Anne Palacio, educator, talking about how you can meaningfully engage your children while they're not in school. Over this time, it's so important to keep them busy, keep their minds busy, even during now this time.
Yeah, I guess it's more than busy, you know, keep them
Yeah.
involved.
Involved in the
Yeah.
That's right.
It's, you know, like you could play with words changes how we perceive things
That's
for sure,
right.
you know. So, but yeah, great stuff, Courtney. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was great sharing the space with you. Great sharing the space with you, Miss Anne. Thank you so much for wrapping up.
It's
Are you
great.
ready to dance?
I am.
Yeah, you should say always, you know. So we thank you so
I'm
much.
ready.
Any motivational message you would like to leave with our viewers today?
Life is what you make it.
Life is what you make it.
And don't allow anyone to take away your power. That smile brightens the room. Keep smiling.
With that, we go into our dancing and we say thank you so much for joining us today on this Wednesday. Such a pleasure sharing Sun Up on 7 with you, wherever you're watching Facebook, YouTube, or cable TV. We loved having this time with you today. See you tomorrow for another great episode of Sun Up on 7 and have a great hump day. Okay, now we dance.
Oh, now we dance.
Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there at morning's light. I've got you covered on all concerns we share today. You will discover how the world turns each day. When the sun comes up